G'day cocktail lovers, I hope you've been keeping well. Hope you're ready for another cocktail. Tonight's cocktail, or today's, depending when you're watching, it's going to be a very gin focused cocktail. In fact, you could argue it's a variation on a wet martini. So for this one, you're going to want some gin, you're going to want some vermouth, and here's the special elements. We're going to have some limoncello, and we're going to have some green chartreuse, just a little bit. Now, here's a good one. If you ever wondered, should you have green chartreuse? I think you should, because it's really neat. This is just a little bit of it. I think it's going to be a really good cocktail. I haven't taste tested it, so go get those bottles, okay? If you don't have those bottles, go get them. If you have all those bottles, good on you. Get them ready. Click like and subscribe if you're not subscribed. Just to get ready. Now we're all ready. We've got the pieces. This cocktail is called the Procrastination Cocktail, and I do not know why. And I saw it and I really like the look of it. I thought I might do that later. No, you see what was going to happen there? I was going to procrastinate, so I'm making it right now. This is the Procrastination Cocktail. As I said, this is really a variation on a gin martini. So first up, the gin. I'm choosing a citrus forward gin. You can go with your gin of choice, particularly if there's one you like to use in martinis. But yeah, my tip is if you have a citrus forward one, I think that would be particularly good here. This comes from out on the Bellarine Peninsula, past Geelong, an hour or so out of Melbourne, from a distillery called The Whiskery. This is Bellarine Gin, Teddy and the Fox. It's really nice, and we are starting our cocktail with 2 ounces or 60 mils of gin. Now comes the vermouth, and we want to use a drier vermouth for this drink because we're going for the martini style. I'm using another Australian product, Maiden Eye's Classic Vermouth. This is one of their drier vermouths. They make a really good sweet vermouth as well, but just half an ounce because gin is the champion in this one. So we're doing half an ounce or 15 mils of vermouth. Now for the variations that make this the Procrastination Cocktail, starting with limoncello. Again, I'm using another Australian product. This is from the Applewood Distillery in South Australia. This is probably the best limoncello I've ever had. It's just like lemons and honey. Like seriously, just pour this over ice cream and just the best. But it's going in here, and we are doing 3/4 of an ounce of limoncello. The final touch is just about a bar spoon, around 5 mils, 1/6 of an ounce of Green Chartreuse. This is a very one-of-a-kind drink. There are a lot of herbal liqueurs out there. They all have their own things. This is a secret recipe going back to 1605. What is with all these monks and their booze? All these different herbal liqueurs. There are these monks and their secret recipes. I know how they were seeing God, I'm just saying. But yeah, so just a touch. I'm going to use a bar spoon, but around 5 mils or 1/6 of an ounce of Green Chartreuse. Being all booze, this is a stirred cocktail. And although I did have a bar spoon out, I always managed to mess up with a bar spoon. So, Gaz Regan's magic finger comes to the fore. Going to stir this. So we want a little bit of dilution because it's all booze, but I didn't use anything. Oh, actually, chartreuse is 55%. Give it a good stir. And I got some new glassware today, which I think is really nice. I'm going to use that. This is a small coupe, and just using a Hawthorn strainer because there's not going to be any small chips of ice in here because we're just stirring it, and strain that into our glass. And there we have, it's arguably a riff on a martini, the Procrastination Cocktail. Hey, let's not procrastinate tasting it. Oh, dad jokes. Okay, getting into the taste test, actually aroma-wise. It's very light. There's actually not that much aroma. A little bit of the herbal elements, bit of the citrus. Let's go. You know what I both like and is a little bit dangerous? When you get an all booze cocktail that seriously does not taste like it's all booze. It's nice and warm going down. This is basically a sweet, citrusy martini. So if you've never been a huge fan of martinis and maybe you want to work your way towards them, this one may well work for you. Maybe it's just me, maybe I've gotten used to drinking this much booze, but this seems very easy to drink to me for a very boozy cocktail. Maybe just take little sips. Oh yeah, I could get behind this. In fact, next time, and I think there will be a next time I make one of these, I think I might try it with an overproof gin and see how that goes. But this generally is a really pleasant drink. And I definitely recommend you try it. I literally just stumbled across this when I was randomly going through lists of cocktails, and I thought the name Procrastination Cocktail was funny. And I was looking for ways to use limoncello, essentially, and this came up. Well worth trying. Yeah, if you want to expand your repertoire, if you're like me, this is not one you've had before, definitely worth giving a go. And limoncello can be a little bit difficult to find anything particularly innovative to do with it. This is a pretty good option, and would be very interested to hear if you try it yourself. And hey, if you're not already subscribed to the channel, it'd be great if you did. Click the little notification bell so you know when I upload videos, because I'm always exploring the slightly more obscure corners of the cocktail world, doing the occasional classic, but I really like finding stuff that is new to me, so is probably new to you as well. So I hope you can join me on this magical journey of getting lots of booze into you, because I'll be doing it again soon. And it'd be great if you were here as well. In the meantime, look after yourself, look after people around you. I hope to see you again soon. Until then, cheers.